Hello, everybody, and welcome to this channel, Phrase Crone. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome, and welcome back to my returning subscribers from my other channel. I am so grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you've been giving me on this YouTube journey. All right. So, when you come into this live stream, give me a onesie. Either by simply double tapping the screen or just simply hitting a thumbs up. Doesn't matter. Leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know how this general reading resonates with you. And if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and hit that little notification bell so that you know when I post videos. All right. I think I keep seeing an orb floating around unless it's a dust bunny. All right. So this video is the element of air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And what we're doing is chakra messages. First, we're going to pull an ancestor, a message from the ancestor, see what they want to address with you, and then we'll move into the rest of the reading. So this is a little bit of help on how to step into your purpose, what needs to be addressed situation. All right. So let me light my Palo Santo. I keep seeing an orb. And I was just outside, and I don't know. I did say nothing was allowed to attach to me, but let's just, let's just clean it out anyways. However, I've drank a gallon of water since I started these readings. So it very well could be spirit, like ancestors with me. If it is, they'll stick around after this. Alrighty, ends my space. All right, air signs, are you ready? These readings have been pretty intense. I always recommend that you go and watch the other videos because there's always a message for each and every one of you guys in them. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Ancestors, can we have a message, please, for the element of air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius? Can we have a message, an opening message to this reading concerning the chakras and how to step into their purpose? Can we have an ancestor please come through, please and thank you? Ancestors, can we have a card, please and thank you? Wow, how about that? There's a whole freaking mess of them coming. Only one. Can I have one card, please and thank you, ancestors? Thank you. Alrighty. So, air signs, openness. So first of all, we are in the new moon in Gemini. Okay. We are pre-retrograde Mercury in Cancer. So something about the moon's energy. This looks like a full moon. So maybe in 2 weeks, something could be happening. I do see how you're looking at your situation. If you look at those weeds as abundant, you will have abundance in your energy. So there's something about flowers, something about abundance, maybe something about wildflowers is significant for you, air signs. Okay. So let's get openness card. This is so beautiful. I love it. So I do feel there is some cloudiness being removed from your unconscious. I feel like you are doing some healing some family wounds, mother wounds. I feel like you are more open to your intuition. I feel like you could be stargazing, look at all the different star patterns on there, maybe learning a little bit about the star patterns and what they make, like such as the Big Dipper, the Little Dipper, all constellations. Thank you, Spirit. The constellations. So you can be lying on your back, looking at the stars, lining them, making constellations out of them. But this is helping to clear out some sort of cloudiness that you may be feeling in your crown chakra or even on an emotional level. Because look how clear that sky is. It's like you're starting to see something more clearly here, air signs. All right, so let's head and See what the openness wants to talk about for the element of air. NOP. Have to backwards. Okay, air signs. Give me a Fonzie, air signs. Give me a Fonzie. If you're here watching, and if you're a hater, thank you for watching. All right. So, air signs. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. The cycles of the moon affect every aspect of your life. The the cyclical magnetic pole regulates the tides as it acts on our planet's waters. The moon even affects the monthly cycles of women. It's not an accident that a woman's cycle and the cycle of the moon are approximately the same amount of time. In native cultures, when women lived in nature, it was not uncommon for them to menstruate during the moon cycle and ovulate around the full moon. It is believed that, and it's for 55 too. It is believed that menstruation was the time that a woman had to be still, put her everyday labors aside, and renew. For all people, the dark of the moon, which is the new moon, was a time to incubate ideas, watch nocturnal dreams for signs, and be still. In modern life, we as a culture don't honor these natural cycles often enough. And as a result, our lives are usually bereft of this important time of rejuvenation. So, air signs, your ancestors want you to know when you receive this card, be open to receiving signs. Be still. Do nothing. Be open. Breathe. Relax completely and thoroughly. Incubate dreams for the future. If you're trying to make a decision, take the time to watch for the signs and listen to the whispers of the universe. Watch your dreams for messages regarding the situation. Become a sacred watcher. Observe life as it unfolds, rather than becoming engaged on it. Be open to what the universe has in store for you. Be receptive to messages from your soul. This card can also be the bringer of sacred wonders into your life. Miracles can show up in ways you didn't expect. 555 is significant, air signs, because 55 and then the next page was 56. 555. So the 6 represents staying in balance, sitting in stillness, listening to your heart, paying attention to the signs. All right. So some of you could be seeing 555. All right. Because there is something abundant and fulfilling on its way to you. All right. So, what is the purpose of this message, ancestors, for the element of air? What is the purpose of this message for music? All right. So, music energy here talks about you have a strong connection with music. Your music is very healing. It is healing for yourself. It is healing for others. So let me tell you, when you're in stillness and you channel music, that's coming from Archangel Gabriel's twin flame Hope. So some of you have a special connection with Hope. Hope it gives us faith, hope, right? On the bottom of the deck, books. So some of you maybe you connect your life purpose to the involvement with books. So some of you may be meant to write a book. Some of you also may have access. You may be learning how to access the Akashic records. For some of you, let's read the music card real quick for the element of air. This card comes to you like a messenger angel. What did I say about hope? Hope is the good. Mercury retrograde is kicking up on already. Hope is Archangel Gabriel's, the messenger's twin flame. And here it is already coming through. Okay. Signaling the need for more music in your life. Music opens your soul to receiving divine guidance. So that you'll confidently walk upon the pathway of your life purpose. Play whatever draws your attention and notice how each song affects your mood, your body, and your energy level. You're also called to create a personal connection with music for healing purposes. This may mean learning an instrument, writing a song, or taking singing lessons. That's funny. My name is Melody. I can carry it to the bucket. There's an instrument you once played that is calling to you again. You might incorporate music into your healing or teaching work. Or you may find support and companionship by joining with others in a musical group or class. The Archangel Sandalphon helps and heals through music. Upon him with this wonderful affirmation. Thank you for bringing music to and through me. So not only is hope giving you music, but music is giving you hope. Archangel Sandalphon is stepping up in the building here and saying, listen, thank you for bringing music to and through me. You'll receive intuitive message that deepen your healing connection via music. So open yourself up to that. Open yourself up to music, whether it is, you know what I've been listening to a lot? Tuning forks. Tuning forks, their vibration, not necessarily music, but the vibration of it. Singing bowls, meditation music, Indian flute, piano music. There's all kinds out there on YouTube. All you have to do is Google whatever you want. Or if you like me, I like alternative music. Give me some Godsmack and Metallica and I can just dance around just like I was listening to them tuning forks, or give me a good old Chris Stapleton song and I'll be singing away. Of course it'll be in a shower where nobody can hear me, but heck, the point is, and this is really crazy is the other day I was on my YouTube, not mine, but on YouTube, and I seen Luke Bryan is coming to Pennsylvania. He is coming one county over from where I live at. I'm like, yeah, right. I love Luke Bryan. All my friends, see? All right, so there you go. All right, so a chakra ancestor, what chakra are we? What chakra? Please and thank you. Chakra. Wish upon a star. Look at that. 39. So for some of you, you could have some sort of a childhood wish about to come true. For some of you, you literally could be having a childhood wish come through. 333 could be significant. To the Grand Symphony. This is the third time this card has come out. It has come out for water, earth. Yeah, 3 times. I just did the fire reading. It has come out for all 3 of the elements so far. Bearing fruit. So you may have to go connect with the tree. You may be a tree diva. Close encounters. See the butterflies? You have had somebody around you who opened up your Akashic records, who tried to trap you in a cage. And it's going to be somebody that you opened yourself up to be vulnerable with, somebody that you opened your heart up and got close with, and they turn around and betrayed you. So that could be something that your ancestors are telling you about, all right? Let's see what's underneath the books. Oracle cards. Oracle cards. Look, somebody could have been doing readings on you. So you could be an oracle card reader. Maybe you make oracle cards. This could be a career change. Maybe you're thinking about it. Look at that angel, right? Just an angel showing up out of nowhere on a rooftop of that lighthouse. Yeah, maybe you're meant to make a deck of oracle cards. Maybe you have oracle cards. Maybe you're connected to oracle cards. Maybe you need to make a book of oracle cards. You can do all. Be creative. Open up your creative mind, because whatever it is, it's gonna bear fruit. Me myself, I love oracle cards. When I first started reading, I had my very first set of tarot cards. I didn't have oracle cards at first, but my very first set of tarot cards, I had to teach myself how to read them. And what I did was I got up every morning and I would pull myself a couple tarot cards, and then I would sit in them and I'd read the book. And then one day it just like clicked. So then I started my first YouTube channel, and I started learning how to use the tarot cards, like through you guys, right? Practice makes perfect. So then I got my first set of oracle cards, and I'm like, oh, I am drawn more to oracle cards than I am tarot cards. So, and I was told in a past life that I used to read crystals. I didn't even read oracle cards. I read crystals. I'd be like picking up this crystal and all looking at it like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? This is rose quartz, by the way. So yeah, I mean, can I do it today? No, it's not a skill that I really practice, but if I practice it every day like a tool, I'm sure I could probably do it. All right. So there it is. So I'm missing a book here. So the Grand Symphony is your first card, a number 27, which is a 9. I see 2, 1, 2, 1. 21, 21 could be significant. So 27 is the heart chakra. Doing what you love and love what you're doing. All right. So compassion, love, community, forgiveness, unconditional acceptance, inner peace, and wholeness. Nines are talking about 2 things: going into hermit mode, going within thyself, trusting your intuition, opening yourself up to your intuition by connecting with meditation music, helping to relax the mind, helping to relax the heart. All right. So inclusivity, blah, being part of the whole, removing bias, seeing the interconnectedness of all, knowing that everything you do has a consequence, unity consciousness, and the end of division. As human beings, we have the tendency to see ourselves as separate from others. This perception is a root of the cosmic joke played on all of us. Although our 5 senses and intellect can help us manage our experience in the material world, and intuition helps us navigate the invisible, we still struggle with the issue of identity and how we fit in as a whole. You're facing a paradox today, air signs. You need to focus on being your unicorn self, for only you can bring your own special harmony to the symphony of the world. But equally, you need to learn to be selfless and put we before me, seeing yourself as a part of the consciousness that unifies us all. You're being invited to step back and see the bigger picture until your individual part of the world, until your individual part on the world stage disappears and blends with the glory of all life. It's true that who you are and what you do counts in far reaching ways. Consider this, though. When you listen to music, it's the whole, not any single note on its own, that makes the song come alive. So today, ask yourself, can you be part of something bigger? Can you put the principles and needs of the group above your own wants? Can you fully embrace the concepts of unity and diversity and celebrate all the notes in the symphony? If so, then you will indeed be wise, and whatever you are dreaming about will be fulfilled beyond your wildest dreams. So, something about dreams are significant, air signs. Something about your dreams. Um, it is time to do your part to sing harmony with others. Stay in tune and learn the new harmonies and notes, such as will arrive. Some of you may be meant to write music with the book. Maybe write lyrics, write music, something like along the lines. Some of you may be invited to write a book with song lyrics in it. Like for instance, I will use my favorite song, Voodoo, right? Um, I'm not thinking straight. I can't think of the song. Uh, okay, we'll use Serenity. So, how I can't think of any of them. I'm like having a brain fart here. This could be something that you have wished on or did been involved in since you were a kid or wished upon since you were a kid. Music, maybe you've always been music inclined. I know I have. Hell, I married a musician. Um, so yeah, you may write lyrics and sell them to stars, or write music and sell them to stars, or something along them lines. Maybe you've always dreamed about being a singer. Maybe you've always dreamed about being a famous singer. Maybe you've always dreamed about being in a band or being part of a band, right? This is a time when dreams can come true. I can't tell you that. What I was just getting ready to say. I would say I dream, but I'm not going to say that. All right. So you could be having some sort of premonition dream, or your dreams could be telling you something, giving you signs, synchronicities. When it comes to music, when it comes to working with other people, when it comes to music. But you're being asked to open your heart. This could be, like I said, something that you love, right? Something that you love to do that absolutely can bear some fruit. This is also something that could have been passed down from your ancestors. Maybe you're listening to music, it's reminding you of a past ever loved one. I get that a lot. Delta Dawn. Um, where's another one? Silver Springs. No, Silver Wings. Silver Wings. My mom and dad used to listen to that song, Silver Wings, and I'm dancing to it. That's they showed me. I also seen them in a dream singing or dancing to Silver Wings. It's an old country song. All right, so this card is sacral chakra energy, connection, sexuality, intimacy, birthing, desire, pleasure, feelings, and fluid fluidity. All right. It's the sacral chakra. This is where we birth things from. This is where we create things from. And it's no mistake that this card talks about your period, right? Or women's monthly cycle, right? So for some of you, you may have somebody around you pregnant. For others of you, that's just talking about your creations, birthing your creations. Paying attention to the sign. The divine's giving you a sign and synchronicity in your dreams that it is time to get that book out and start writing and journaling and turning that whatever, like making your story into a song, or being a direct channel, or listening to music, or to help connect with your ancestors, something along them signs, along them. Yeah, you know what I mean. You're the fourth rating, and it's Mercury retrograde's kicking my ass. I've drank a gallon of water already. So, and I know when I'm drinking a lot of water, I'm cheating. All right. So, birthing, the results of hard work, an idea or a consistent thought manifesting into form, the relationship between the external world and the inner world of feelings and beliefs. If your life were a tree, what fruit would it bear? Strawberries. You can leave me a comment section below what kind of tree your fruit, what kind of a would be on your tree. I'm interested to know. All right. Um, Envision the results of the efforts you put into achieving your dreams and desires in a partnership with the divine. Can you see the way you think, feel, and believe reflected in the material world? There is always a correlation between what you see and what you expect to see, what you intend consciously and what you project unconsciously. Everything is intrinsically connected. Magic flows through you from unseen worlds into the world you perceive. Moving from the realm of non-ordinary reality to ordinary reality, you birth ideas and thoughts into form and bring your most cherished desire to fruition. Now, I do have a channeled song, Two Sparrows in a Hurricane, right? He holds the keys to her heart and she holds the key to his car. And how the world says they'll never make it, but love says they will. As the very first song that actually come through that I can think of the words. So something about two sparrows and a hurricane. All right. Everything isn't already read that. Not all ideas will bear sweet fruit. Sometimes you will reap a sour or bitter harvest based on the sense of your personal narrative or your assumption about others. You are in a powerful and fertile season of life when you're particularly good at making things happen with very little effort. Pay close attention to what you're manifesting now. From your career to your personal relationships, your influence is strong at this time, air signs, which makes perfect sense because the new moon is in Gemini. Geminis, air signs. If you don't like what your life is yielding, prune the proverbial tree and get into alignment with what you genuinely lights you up. Remember, you birth into the world that which you pay most attention to and consistently hold within your truth. Be clear about what you intend. Can you make this commitment? So your commitment is being tested, air signs. Can you make this commitment to birth into your reality your hopes, your dreams, your wishes? For some of you, it could be two sparrows in a hurricane. And you could have had somebody coming into your dreams trying to poison your fruit. So that when it would come time to harvest it, it would be bitter. It'd be nasty. I wouldn't be surprised if the bittersweet card come out. All right, so number 10 is also a sacral chakra card. So we got heart into sacral. So somebody is highly empathic here. Very empathic. I just went back to the bearing fruit. All right. Vulnerability as a strength. Letting others see your wounds as well as your strengths. Setting healthy boundaries. So for some of you, you may have a hard time being vulnerable again because every time you become vulnerable, you have somebody bitter coming in and taking advantage of your vulnerability. Somebody that you let in close to you just to trap you in this cage. This is a time of connection that asks for you to be vulnerable and authentic. Let go of any social mask or constructs you use to keep yourself apart from others. Lower your shields and allow yourself to step into a dance of intimacy. When you become close to people, you remind yourself that you are not alone. You're part of a beautiful, meaningful bond. At a deep spiritual level, there are so many lessons offered you in this closeness. At a social level, intimate relationships help you ignite the spark of life that is the power of affinity. Flourish as a result of offering emotional honesty, a true desire for equality, love, friendship, and laughter. We aren't meant to be alone, yet sometimes we are wounded, and we build walls up around ourselves so we don't get hurt again. It's time to be honest about yours and step out from behind that barrier and engage in all of life. This is a beautiful opportunity to allow your vulnerability to be your strength as you choose to live in integrity and without artifice. Even in your work life, this mode of connection allows you to be truly present. When you live this way, everything and everyone thrives. You have no need to defend yourself when you're being truly and utterly you, empowered by your raw openness and a willingness to be seen. In this way, your close encounters will not fail you. There's much to celebrate when you stand eye to eye, shoulder to shoulder, sharing your heart space. Sharing your heart space. So I got a couple of songs that come through. Next to Angels, which is by the Black Crows, which reminds me of my BFF. Not boyfriend, just best friend. The way to Hotel California, which reminds me of an ex-boyfriend. It reminds me of things. It makes me be nostalgic. It doesn't bring tears to my eyes, but it does make me be nostalgic. So, air signs, music is a big part of your purpose. Music is a big part of your journey at this time. And another song, I remember having this dream a while ago. I have premonition dreams all the time, but I had this one dream where um, uh, Magnet Steel come through by Walter Egan. And I seen myself, I can tell you now what it means, but at the time in that dream, I seen myself um, like walking around something that lifted up and down. That's the only part of the dream I'm going to say because the rest of it is personal. So yeah, but I do feel you need to feel abundance. You need to be fulfilled. Look at the moon in the background right here. This peach represents your sacral chakra. You are a beautiful wildflower in a field of weeds. You stand out. You are new. You are unique. Okay. So openness, ancestors. Give me a little bit more about this moon. So you're recovering something. A key. A key that's going to unlock something in your third eye. Music. So you're definitely a music channeler. Yep. You need to find forgiveness. So healing your child wounds. So some sort of music from when you were a child will be very significant. Another third eye card. Grand Grand Symphony. Grand Symphony. Wisdom for Grand Symphony. Confusion. So this is the crown chakra. So your heart is confusing. Your heart may I feel like your heart is confusing other people. Like I feel like this could talk about telepathic conversation here. See how she's whispering or he's whispering in her ear, but she's got her arms crossed across her heart. Like she's refusing to hear something. And it's clouding her. It's clouding something. Clouding her thoughts about love, about intimacy, afraid to put the walls down again, afraid to open herself up to love, afraid to give it, afraid to receive it. Because why? Because they're afraid that if they open themselves up to love again, they're just going to get betrayed and sour again. It's going to poison, like poison. Because when you eat sour fruit, it isn't Now, I just cleaned out the orbs. Did you see that orb? Woo. All right. Complacency. Yeah. Bearing fruit, sacral chakra. Miracle. There's a miracle about to happen. So we had solar plexus, clarifying sacral chakra, bearing fruit, and perfection. So you definitely had somebody who thought they were better than you. Look at the raspberries, right? Talking about fruit. Raspberries. Raspberries. See the plant? So you definitely had somebody that you got close to who thought they were better than you. They were speaking on you. They were speaking bad about you. This is root chakra energy. Speaking very bad about you. That whatever they were voicing was not the truth. It's like they were voicing that they were better than you. See how you have this little person down here in the blue, right? Kissing that cheek. So somebody could have been doing some ass kissing here for somebody, or this could just be talking. This could be talking about somebody who doesn't have good words to say. This talks about that sour fruit. This was a sourpuss. Somebody who was thinking they were better than you, thinking that oh, because I didn't go through what you went through, that means that I'm better than you, right? This was somebody who you were close with. Somebody that you opened yourself up to be vulnerable with. And then they betrayed you. What did I say about the bittersweet card? There it is. Mm-hmm. So you need to change the way you're seeing a situation here, right? You need to change the way you're seeing something. I knew this card was going to come out bittersweet. This is somebody. Let me give you an example, and I'm speaking from my own examples here. I left myself get close to somebody. All right, I opened myself up to being vulnerable to her, and she turned around behind my back, and I didn't realize this at first, but was turning around behind my back, going around everything I told her. She was taking it, twisting it, and telling people what the perfectionist. The bittersweet card, she told me, "Oh, I got an extra tube of toothpaste here if you need one." And I'm like, "Well, what does that mean?" Are you saying I have bad breath? I never woke up beside you. How the hell do you know if I have bad breath? My teeth are crooked, so you making fun of my teeth? This is the kind of person who would tell you something, but in the underlying vibration of it, it may have come out nice and sweet and kind, but the underlying vibration was cruelty, meanness, like a mean girls. Oh, I'm a mean girls because I'm still stuck in high school because I haven't grown up yet, even though I'm in my 50s. Age doesn't make you mature. Your personality, how you act, is your maturity level. All right. So I hope you're. All right. So recovery for openness. So for the openness, when it comes to signs, synchronicities, dreams, menstrual cycles, all the above, Greta, somebody's name could be Greta or start with a G, wakes to find her painful childhood memories all around her room. This is somebody who, like I said, manipulated you to get close to you just so that they could um, violate you by wounding you all over again with your childhood memories. Because you two did not, she was born with a silver spoon in her mouth. She has no clue what it's like to walk through people's shoes where they've been traumatized since they were a kid, right? They have no idea. People who've never experienced trauma don't know what it's like to have to walk that path. And that's the kind of person this individual was. She thought she was better than me. She thought she was perfect because she never experienced trauma that I did. All right. In the distance appears a huge wooden door, white light streaming through the keyhole. As Greta tries to gather up her painful memories, they melt and form the great lilac key. She places the key in the lock, and a wave of fear engulfs her. The door opens, and the pain and the fear recede. Clarity comes. Survival is no longer enough. This talks about the moon. So somebody could have been coming into your dreams, and playing on your childhood wounds to keep you from unlocking a door of clarity. This person could have been masking themselves, wearing a mask. See how he's speaking something? Once the key has been used to open the door, you will have a new way of living, one without keys. Where you are heading, there are no locks. Facing fears, wounding is strength, courage to face the pain, awakening greatness, genuineness, regeneration, and understanding. So we're talking about the moon, the signs, the synchronicities. A lot of you have premonition dreams. A lot of you see things in your dreams. A lot of you are very, very intuitive. But you had some narcissistic reactive abuser who liked to verbal manipulate, who was coming in to your dreams all nice and sweet, and here's some cake, baby. When you bit into the cake, it tasted like, was so bitter, so nasty, like it was missing sugar, like it was missing the sweet part of it. So yeah, that's the moon. So you're seeing things in your dreams. Things are appearing in your dreams, where you could be getting a key that is unlocking some sort of childhood wounds so that they could dissipate. See the hood? When it comes, so yeah, with the third eye and the dreams, you absolutely have premonition dreams. Absolutely. Somebody's name could be Rhonda. In the town of Amethyst lives Rhonda Rhino. She doesn't take her mother's drinking problems personally, but she dreams of becoming a beloved family pet. One day, gunfire rings out. Rhino scatter, and a small human child is caught up in the chaos. Rhonda picks him up and runs safely. Humans discover that the pair curled up asleep underneath a tree, and they shoot Rhonda with a sleeping dart. When she awakens, she is in a garden with a little boy and his family. Rhonda's new family. Rhonda's true essence lies in not harboring resentment, but transcends forgiveness because her focus is on her intention, not her pain. This is a time for family healing. Can I forgive myself for loving people who hurt me? Wishes fulfilled, holding on to dreams, past wounding, belonging, self forgiveness, and fulfillment. So, something about music and how it heals you. Maybe you're listening to music, like I said, that your family listened to, like for Wings, when my parents were dancing in my dreams. I literally heard the song and seen them dancing in my dreams. I see my biological mother in my dreams as well. And well, we're not going to go there, right? So there could have this person who thinks they're better than you could have come into your dreams and shot you with some sort of verbal dart to try to keep you asleep. Mm-hmm. All right, confusion under the heart space to keep you confused. Look, keep you confused so that you didn't open up that crown. Because your purpose is to be a channeler with the books. For some of you, your purpose is to channel Akashic records. Some people just never go up. All right, confusion. Silver cloud. When you're in the unknown, it may be a little comfortable to know that you are safe. Understand that your angels have brought you to this point. You may need more information at the time. Remain still and allow inspiration in. Because remember, Archangel Sandalphon, you're connecting with Archangel Sandalphon. So you can hear a hum in your ear, which is really crazy because last week, last week I woke up at 4:44 a.m. and I'm like, oh man. And then as I went to roll over, I heard in my ear, like a bug was there. And I was like, well, that was kind of crazy. So that must have been Archangel Sandalphon doing that to me. Letting me know he was there, because then when I looked up 444, it had said that my angels were around me. I was being protected. So that message could resonate with somebody out there. And I didn't even mean to read that part. I wanted to read the other part of this book. Somebody's name could be Jana, climbs Faith Mountain in dense fog, wondering whether her decision to leave her boyfriend was the right one. There's another man waiting in the wings. There always is. Silver cloud surrounds her, and it is cold and scary. Despite her confusion, she keeps climbing. As she reaches the summit, the fog clears, revealing the town far below, with Silver Cloud's help. What did I say about silver wings? Didn't I just say that? Silver wings, my parents, my passed on parents dancing to silver wings, and we have Silver Cloud. She has journeyed much farther than she realized. She now knows what to do. She begins a long journey home to reclaim her love, allowing confusion, spiritual support, consequences of actions. Wasn't that one of this right here? The consequences of actions. The willingness to be in confusion, find clarity. There is nothing to solve. Meditation, quiet time will bring clarity. Clarity, support, and revelation. So something is being revealed. So somebody could be seeing past loved ones in their dreams, and they're revealing something. They're revealing how to recover some sort of a key so that you can see clearly, right? Again, a child, a child. A childhood wish or dream is about to come true. A miracle. A miracle. See, look. There's the angel coming through again. A miracle. Darkville is a town of self-centered people. Oh my gosh. Okay. One day, Bitter Betty, bitter fruit, we'll say Bitter Betty, is given too much change after making a purchase, and she returns the extra money. A brilliant light bursts from the stump of the dead oak tree. So, oak trees, if you see an oak tree, or if you want to hug an oak tree, it will be the best thing for you. But oak trees are 100% divine protection. That's a sign that you're being divinely protected if you come across an oak tree. I would go hug it. I would just hug it and hug it and hug it, no matter how big it is. If I put arms around it, I just go around it and hug it. Because oak tree is the ultimate divine protection. Hugging a tree. Oh my goodness. Look. Tree. Whew. Wait a minute. Does that look like an ancestor's face? I don't know. Anyways. It's an ultimate protection, by the way. In the center of the town, the citizens are bewildered by the sudden brightness, but neither question the sun's sparkler nor change their cheating ways. Something about somebody being a cheater. One day, a child asks it why it came. It tells her that it shines for all that is good in the world and appears when a good deed occurs. The resident of Darkville untouched and become more selfless. The essence of inspiration and integrity. Can I be counted on? Being a light, lighting the way for others, coming miracles. Integrity, gifts, reward. Somebody's getting a reward here. Somebody is getting a reward here because Darkville is a town of bitter, petty, self-centered individuals who come into somebody's dreams to spread bitterness. Bitter, 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 bitter Betty. There she is, bitter Betty. Now she's probably bitter because she got to offer you that sweetness. Something about a cheater. Sun sparkler nor change their cheating ways. So somebody was trying to cheat you out of your gift. Or this could be talking about a message coming into your dreams about your parents cheating or one parent cheating on the other. For some of you, I'm just saying, I'm just throwing it out here. Everything's on the table. When I'm channeling, I just let it come. That's what I do. Whatever comes out, comes out. And somebody, whoever whoever was on the other end of that cheating, tried to speak, oh, I'm perfect, when probably they cheated too, right? Alrighty, perfection. Raspberry needs no makeup but accentuate her exquisite features, but she wears it anyway. She is a perfectionist. She speaks the truth at all times, believing that she is helping others by sharing her truth. While statements such as your child is overweight are honest, they make others avoid her. Lonely, she seeks the advice of her favorite elderberry, who teaches her that honesty without kindness is cruelty. Her new vulnerability allows her to see the beauty in others as well as herself. So let me repeat that. Her honesty without kindness is cruelty because she's a perfectionist. Somebody who could be comparing themselves to your beauty because maybe you don't make up or maybe you do. And you may have felt them and they may have felt intimidated. Are you being too hard on yourself and consequently on others? Begin to look at what's right and good in your world and you will see it. Where am I presently focusing? Knowing what's right, telling others about might not be the best way of being. Yeah, so you definitely opened yourself to being vulnerable to another person and they turned around and was a bitter Betty. And they were cruel about it. Like maybe cruel behind your back. Alienating others, feeling alienated, seeking perfection, deeply desiring love, transformational ahead. So yeah, this person did something. They did they spoke cruelty about somebody to keep them alienated and confused. See? So that they wouldn't open up their crown. So heart, saddle, two third eye, crown, solar plexus, and root. The only one it's missing, that's root. There's the bitterness, the cruel sentence I was telling you about. All right, so openness and recovery, ancestors. So the answer to recover this is to open up that door and move forward anyways. You got a Knight of Swords. So this ancestor could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But they're also saying the key to moving forward quickly is to open up that door and face them fears when it comes to love. You can see this is a knight in shining armor. See, he's got the sword of truth in his hand. This also represents this bitter Betty here who thinks that she's perfect, right? That I'm always right, right? I'm always right. You're wrong and I'm always right. No matter what you do, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You can't achieve that goal. You're wrong. Yeah, I don't believe in you. You're wrong, right? Music and forgiveness, Nine of Cups. So music will not only help you raise your vibration, but music will help you. You can dance to it because I'm getting sacral chakra here. You put on, you know what my favorite song to dance to is when I'm in the mood to shake my sacral chakra. Days of Darkness, my darkest days. Sorry, my darkest days. Porn star dancing or Nickelback, Figured You Out, or, and you don't have to dance in front of nobody, not a damn soul. You could dance naked all through your house if you live alone. There ain't nobody around to see you except for your ancestors, and they don't care what you look like, right? So yeah, I feel like for this message, put on some music, do shake your booty, do some sexy dancing to help open up the sacral chakra. I feel like for some of you, you could have been a victim of CSA with the Nine of Cups reverse. The Nine of Cups in reverse is this energy of I find happiness. Is somebody who's very codependent, and that's probably this bitter Betty who is very codependent. Who was trying to cause confusion. They wanted you to, try to trick you into staying with them when the whole time they were being bitter and cruel behind your back by spreading everything you told them. The Nine of Cups in reverse is somebody who searches for happiness outside of themselves. The Nine of Cups in reverse talks about, oh, I've offered this person a cup of love, and they turned it and dumped it out right in front of my face and didn't even care about my feelings. This also could talk about your inner child wounds, right? Where you may have had some sort of an adult individual tell you you're never going to amount to anything. You're never going to be able to be anything special, which kind of like busted down your hopes, your wishes, and your dreams because the Nine of Cups talks about your dreams, your hopes, your wishes as you were a kid, right? Um, some of you may have wanted to be a musician. Some of you may have wanted to. I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you have a very close connection to music, right? And this card does talk about adoption. So I was adopted. So maybe somebody out there that I'm talking to was adopted. And you've had abandonment wounds you've had to deal with. And you had this bitter Betty who would come into your dreams and still make you feel alienated, make you still feel rejected, and laughed at you the whole time. They thought it was funny, right? They thought it was funny. They may have sit down and journaled everything that they, you know what I mean, wrote down everything you said. Could have accessed your records and seen what you were meant to do on your journey, what your destiny was, right? Just to confuse you. So they wanted you to stay in these childhood wounds of never feeling good enough, never having enough, never being able to amount to anything. No matter what you offer to somebody, nobody's going to appreciate you anyways. My mom told me one day, oh, I don't know why you want to be a model because all models do is sleep their way to the top. She wasn't lying. That was the truth. But it was cruel to tell somebody who had an impressionable mind. You know what I mean? So those are the messages with that card. So heart card infusion with crown chakra, Six of Wands. So they wanted you to lose yourself, right? It's like they wanted you to lose a part of yourself. They wanted you to not trust your third eye. They wanted you to lose a part of yourself. It's like this person wanted you to give up, right? They wanted you to try to keep you out of balance here. We have the crown and the third eye chakra coming through. So they wanted you to confuse you. It's like they didn't want you to see, oh, look at this, 69. So that, yeah, they wanted you to fear intimacy. Wanted you to be afraid to open yourself up to intimacy again. They didn't want you to succeed. They wanted you to be a failure. Just like I said, my mom's like, oh, you're never going to amount to anything, right? It's like this person wanted you to be a failure. They were trying to influence you and play on your childhood wounds so that you could be a failure. And that's what they were doing. Coming in dreams, you're a failure. You're never going to amount to anything. I'm going to make you fail at this. Something with music. But a miracle is about to occur, air signs. So bearing fruit and miracle. Yeah, they wanted to keep you confused. They didn't want you to make some sort of a decision here, right? With the Four of Wands in reverse. Ace of Coins. They definitely didn't want you to have a new beginning. So what they wanted you to do was to, I'm telling you, they wanted you to give up. Right? They wanted you to give up. June 24th can be significant. September 24th can be significant. So yeah. So the Two of Swords with the sacral chakra, they wanted you to not listen to your intuition. They always wanted you to second guess your intuition. They were definitely trying to block your heart space. Right? They did not want you to celebrate. They did not want your seed to grow, right? They wanted to rip that seed up by the root. Definitely didn't want you to feel at home with your heart. They didn't want you to feel at home in your heart. They didn't want you to trust that you had divine protection. Okay, perfection and close encounter. I could have swore I seen the card fall. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't see it. I'll find it afterwards. I'm like, oh, there you are. Okay, maybe what did fall. I need a drink. Hold on a second. Oh, it's in the deck. Queen of Swords. This is a master manipulator. She wasn't spreading the truth. She wasn't spreading the truth. She was spreading lies. And then she was laughing at your pain. She thought it was funny. She thought it was funny to stab you in the back. She thought it was funny to betray you. She thought it was funny to verbally attack you. Why? Because she thought she was perfect. This person is very venomous. Like, she just thought she was better than you, right? See the dogs? I'm the master. You're the dog. I'm the master at everything. I'm better than you. Everything you can do, I can do better, right? You're fat. You're ugly. Well, I'm the glamour girl because I was still 17 years old and I have that perfect body at the age of 50 something, right? I only got close to you so I could learn everything about you so that I could use your wounds against you and then sit and laugh at your pain. Because I didn't want you to be comfortable, right? I didn't want you to trust that you have divine protection. So I played on your insecurities from when you were at home. Ha ha ha. You were adopted, right? And then she mouthed so that she could confuse you so that you would not make a decision. Because the Two of Swords talks about decisions. It also talks about with the sacral chakra not trusting your intuition, not opening up your heart again to a new love. But I feel my Queen of Swords is the verbal manipulator, like a narcissistic verbal manipulator. Clarify the Six of Wands with confusion, please. Thank you. In the heart space. Four of Coins. Four, you see in 44. April 24th can be significant. I feel like she tried to come in your dreams because the 4 and a 9 adds up to a 13 to try to get you to unalive yourself, self-sacrifice. Because remember, this talks about killing the animals, right? Oh, wrong one. Yeah, she definitely did not, he did not want somebody to open up their heart. This is like gatekeeping. They wanted them to hold on to the wounds, right? They wanted them to hold on to those wounds, right? They wanted to keep you in this confusion. They didn't want you to listen to your heart. It's like this person was just, I don't know, like, it's like they wanted you to give up. Maybe the Four of Wands in reverse with the Miracle Ace of Wands. For some of you, this is somebody who may have did something like try to get up a group of people to try to put a little bit of flame to your residence. Possibly even steal your stuff, set up a robbery for some of you. This is somebody who likes to throw the rock and hide the hands. Anything you could do, I can do better because I'm better than you. Now they may want to come in all sweet because they could be seeing something from a different perspective. Don't take that cake because it's a trick. I'm telling you, they're operating out of the dark side. This is a demon. Yep, they've been spiritually attacking you, right? Psychically attacking you, maybe even attacking your root chakra, right? This person could have sent something demonic your way to your house. And they could have paid somebody to do it. Sun. It's illuminating that. The sun is illuminating that. Mm-hmm. This person's very codependent. This person's just plain out evil. This Queen of Swords, plain out evil. Very dependent. Very sadistic. Right? This person could have sold their soul to try to get even with you. Could have even did sex magic. Mm-hmm. But they're very envious of you because the perfectionist talks about beauty, putting on the makeup, right? This person is very competitive, very envious. This person carries a green-eyed monster, right? This person was siphoning off of your sacral chakra energy and using that energy to birth things into their reality. The whole time keeping you confused. They could have come in and sent a monitor spirit in to steal your ideas with the Ace of Swords. Because they didn't want you to trust your intuition. They wanted you to be in a state of confusion, like, what am I feeling, right? Trying to confuse your thoughts, your claircognizance. Playing a lot of dreams in your games. Dream walking into your dreams. to get you to self-sacrifice. By spiritually, this is a dark witch. Somebody who is dark. You cannot make this stuff up. Somebody who plays with demons. Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Give me the Knight of Cups with the forgiveness. Power. So somebody had to experience a tower. This was like a shocking, unwelcome change, right? Some sort of unwelcome change come down upon somebody. Because when the tower hits, it knocks somebody's crown off. And when the dust settles, they're able to see more clearly about a situation. The tower brings sudden revelations, it brings unwelcome change. You could see that this female is peeking out around the side of that tower like, what? What just happened? Look, the demon. Didn't I just say that? Have that on the bottom of the deck? Archangel Sandalphon answers our prayers. So a prayer could be answered here for somebody. Look, a new beginning. Mastering something. Mastering working hard. Seeing something from a different perspective about the illusion that was hindering your journey. This person was lying. This Queen of Cups. A narcissistic reactive abuser. Somebody who lacks empathy. Somebody who lacks emotions. Somebody who, is an emotional reactive, a master manipulator. Who either tried to do something online, or this is somebody that you do not want to work with. High Priestess. Secret side piece. Hidden enemy. Holding on to secrets, right? Secretly working with somebody behind the scenes. To be a master manipulator, to spread a lot of lies and rumors, to try to hinder and block somebody from moving forward. Casted a lot of illusions. Working with a hermit. Somebody could be in prison. This womanizer. Somebody has extreme anxiety. They're all up in their head here, right? Somebody's experiencing karma, right? Somebody's in jail. Somebody's either in spiritual jail or literal jail here. Now we have an Aquarius. So it could have been an Aquarius who was spiritually attacking somebody, or an Aquarius who was in competition. All right, let's close out this reading. This is the final one that I'm doing. I'm done. So let's go ahead and get some. I'm already past the time. I get so lost in this, but I love doing these for you guys. All right, some crystals that you recommend for the element of air. Frog, Apache tears, ancient wisdom, transformation, and cleansing. Spirit of fog, help me cleanse and release all negative energies that no longer serve my highest good. Thank you, Aho. So this was a frog. Wasn't a true divine feminine or masculine. It was a frog. Somebody could shapeshift into a frog. Goshenite, motherhood, composure, efficiency, and crown chakra. I am peaceful. And Swan, aquamarine, feminine energies, transformation, and rhythm. Spirit of Swan, teach me to trust the universal flow and accept the change bring positive transformation to life. Thank you, Aho. And that's what the Tower is doing. Cleaning out all this emotional rubbish that somebody has been carrying within their sacral chakra that has blocked them. It's clearing it out, knocking that demon out of it. See, that demon's hitting the ground. He's headed right back to where he came from. Right to hell. So this demon could have definitely been controlling somebody's thoughts. It could have been controlling somebody's siphoning off of somebody's solar plexus. Could have been attached to somebody's sacral chakra. So somebody could have had an incubus or a succubus, or some sort of a python spirit squeezing a living shit out of them, or something, an energy vampire like this Queen of Swords who always has to be right, siphoning off of somebody's life force energy. And when you find out, you might very well be shocked. Now this person is paranoid because they don't know what to do. Because somebody is, I feel like, getting exposed. Somebody may be trying to play dead because they think they're clever. All right. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed these readings. Thank you for all the thumbs up, for all the views. Thank you for all the comments. I am greatly appreciative of each and every one of you guys. I think this is going to be our Sunday routine. We already have a Friday routine where we do divine feminine messages. I think Sunday routine, we're going to check into the ancestors and see what messages they want to bring in when it comes to your chakras, what you need to work on. If you have any other ideas for any of the other days of the week, I'm free. Saturdays, we usually do the weeklies. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is taken. Friday is a day. We always do Divine Feminine. Saturday, I do the weeklies. And Sunday, we'll work on our chakras. So that leaves Monday through Thursday. If you have any ideas, leave them in the comment section below. If there's any kind of readings that you would like about. I'm not really into doing love readings, however I was guided to do, because people do watch them. I know a lot of my collective have boyfriends and girlfriends, so not everybody's looking for love. No, I'm not really looking for it, but hey, if it finds me, it finds me. When you're not looking, then it finds you anyways, right? At least that's what the elders used to say. So all right, again, thank you, and I'll see you soon.